Look how much African American communities have suffered under Democratic control. To those I say the following: what do you have to lose by trying something new like Trump?
What do we have to lose? Just stay tuned. But let's finish listening to what he had to say.
What do you have to lose? I say it again. What do you have to lose? Look, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed.
Can't make this up, y'all. Cannot make this up. We're going to finish listening.
What the hell do you have to lose?
How about we get into the things that we have to lose and how he's making sure we, in fact, lose them? So let's just hear from some of the people in our community as it relates to everything we have to lose.
So, in addition to removing prominent Black people from the annals of history and the roles of history, in addition to renaming Army bases and various other military institutions after Confederate officers, renaming them after Confederate officers, noted racists, earlier in the year, Donald Trump signed an executive order allowing federal vendors and contractors to resegregate eating establishments, dining establishment, and restroom facilities. And that's the thing about America. The more things change, the more it stays the same. At one point in this country, it was illegal for the enslaved to learn. Now many would like it to be illegal to learn about the enslaved.
What the hell do you have to lose?
We'll continue. So in addition to losing our history, trying to whitewash the truth about this country, our freedom is also at stake. But let's just take a listen.
In a few states in America right now, and it's only a few right now, where there are law enforcement who can walk up to you and ask you to prove you're American citizen. So the concept of citizen arrest started in 1863 in Georgia, and they wanted the average person to be able to walk up to the average Black person and say, "Hey, show me your papers." And we have that iteration of this right now.
What the hell do you have to lose?
More of what we have to lose.
So now you can have law enforcement, and we already have a tenuous relationship with law enforcement at best. I don't know that if you can tell the difference between an African or an African American or an Haitian, but we're expecting law enforcement. We're giving them this power to walk up to people and say, "Prove to me you're an American citizen." Who knows how to prove you're an American citizen? Prove to me you're an American citizen. All right.
Well, let me just stop there, because I will say that we in the Gym Nation knows the documents that we should have in order to prove our citizenship. But that's neither here nor there. The fact that it is now okay in more states to ask for that information.
What the hell do you have to lose?
What do we have to lose? Our freedoms.
I ain't got a passport. I'm fat and I can't read. All right, go on. You and Mexico.
Hey everyone, I am Kim, aka Kim with the Gems, and on this channel we usually talk wellness, travel, and money, honey. We are in the process of growing this community to 50,000 members strong. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. That's how you become part of the Gym Nation family. This is our invitation to you, so go ahead, take 3 seconds out, hit the subscribe button. The goal for getting to the 50,000 is to start building community, because we do have a lot to lose. For those of you that were hoodwinked and bamboozled to think that that man did not mean what he said, not back in 2016 where this video is from, but leading up to his re-election into the commander-in-chief, right? And so we are trying to build community so that we can stay abreast of what's going on. And I know if we hit the 50,000, only a fraction, a percentage of that will be about that action. So go ahead, hit the subscribe button, like this video so it gets out to more people who are just like us, thinking like us, need and want community to solve whatever problems may come our way. And go ahead, turn on the notification bell so you never miss when we drop another important video like this.
Rounding people up, putting them in concentration camps, letting farmers bid for their services is slavery. And one of the things I find ironic is so many young black and brown men, they voted for Trump because of the stimulus. Remember, the stimmy, they were singing about it, they were rapping about it. What's interesting is that there was a slave in 1855. Her name was Elizabeth Kefney. She was in St. Louis. She bought her freedom for $1,200. In 1855, a former slave bought her freedom for $1,200. And in 2024, a lot of young black and Latin men sold theirs for the exact same amount. In 1855, a former slave bought her freedom for $1,200. And in 2024, a lot of young black and Latin men sold theirs for the exact same amount. The very people who told you to get off the Democratic plantation are now building them for you.
Exclamation point, period. I just don't even understand how we got here, but here we are. But it's not over. We're going to talk more about what we have to lose.
What the hell do you have to lose?
So, black and brown people, what do we have to lose? Take a listen.
This new bill basically makes ICE one of the largest armies on the face of the earth. It also gives them the ability to expand and build new concentration camps. Who do you think will live there? What color do you think they'll be? They also specifically went after people that were on farms and construction sites and hotels. They didn't go after the people who were criminals. If they wanted to, they could have went to the Department of Justice and used their roles and cleared out our prisons. They didn't do that. 70% of the people arrested today so far have had no criminal record, but they do have the skill. So they're going to put them in places like that. And Trump said yesterday, we're going to make deals with farmers and construction companies and the like to make money. So the government will basically sell people. All these black and brown people who thought you wanted cheap eggs, who thought you think things would be better, you really helped reinstitute modern slavery. You wanted cheaper eggs. Now they got cheaper labor, and people that look like you got bondage. Thanks a lot.
No lies detected, y'all. And here we are once again blaming each other, pointing fingers without any real solutions. The fact that we are sitting here allowing this to happen in mass numbers without building community, without strategizing, is the reason why this membership society was created. You can see behind me, the RAIN Society is now open for membership. It is a community where we are not only going to strategize, and I will include the link either up here or in the description, where Hakeem Webb, who's our resident instructor for the first 5 weeks.
So just because these people got deep 7 figures, don't think they got deep insight on high finance. That's a myth. They don't. Somebody else is running their money and telling them what to do. We see athlete after athlete lose money. So we want you to be an insider edge thinker in how to invest like the wealthy in every aspect of how I say to save and invest.
Hakeem will take the lead the first 5 weeks on how to strategize collectively, but this community will not stop there, because listening to what we've listened to so far, and we're not finished. If ever there was a time to get in community and position ourselves where we are less likely to be heavily impacted by these changes, the time is now. The RAIN community simply stands for, it is time for us to reclaim our power, to earn what our worth is, to then invest for profitability, for progress, for solutions, to grow. That's the only way we're going to succeed, and to navigate through all of these executive orders, this chaos and confusion. And so if you're interested, the link is below, or you can go ahead and you see the the code behind me. You can scan that. But again, this is not a game, y'all. We really need to start preparing. We've been talking about this since November. Now that this time is here,
what the hell do you have to lose?
This time of we see what we have to lose and we see the things that we are losing. We're not finished, so hold on. We got more to cover, but now is the time to activate, to be in formation, to be about that action at a high level, right? We are coming together in order to not only help ourselves, but help those around us, our loved ones, and our communities. But let's get into some more ways that we absolutely are going to lose, are currently losing, or positioned to lose.
350,000 Black women lost their job in the first 6 months of this year.
What the hell do you have to lose?
But they talk about, oh, the unemployment rate ticked up a little, but it doubled, almost doubled for Black people. What DEI was about Black women who'd achieved a certain amount.
What do you have to lose by trying something new like Trump?
What do we have to lose? Our history, our freedom, our jobs. Let's listen to that again.
350,000 Black women lost their job in the first 6 months of this year. But they talk about, oh, the unemployment rate ticked up a little, but it doubled, almost doubled for Black people. What DEI was about Black women who'd achieved a certain amount being taken from their jobs at one time.
Listen, I am just here to once again remind us that yes, what is happening is real. Yes, what is happening at record speed. And no, it's not going to stop anytime soon. So what are we going to do about it? Not what do we have to lose?
What do you have to lose?
We see what we have to lose. It's what are we going to do about it? Instead of just posting, instead of just complaining, instead of just throwing up our hands and saying, it is what it is. Listen, we have options, and our options are to get into community. Our options are to come together with powerful leaders, with a council of people who can help us reign. And so today is the last day. Well, here's a little surprise. We're actually extending the founders membership until Friday. I've had 2 requests. And so since I'm honoring those requests, I'm going to make it public. But Friday midnight, the last day to use the 10% discount to get $300 off of the Rain Society membership, which you can hear more about from Hakeem Webb and I. The video we just did this week breaks down everything that's included. I don't want to make this video too long, but you can check out the video that you'll find at the end of this video to learn more about the Rain Membership Society. We need to be in community. We need to learn how to move strategically during these times so that when these things affect us, we haven't even talked about the tariffs. We simply just talked about our freedoms, our history, and our livelihoods, but there's so much more that will be impacted in our communities, including education, as he talked about, our schools, and we see who he's brought to run our schools moving forward. And so again, the goal is to stay ready so we don't have to get ready and come in community so that we can go far together. Discount code ends this Friday, which is August 22nd at midnight. Thanks to everyone who signed up already. We will have our first Welcome Founders session on Sunday. Hakeem will then do a private Q&A, get up to speed, Founders Welcome on Monday, and you will receive those emails this weekend with the links. We were meant to reign, y'all. We were meant to reign, never to play small, never to cower. We were meant to reign. So let's do just that. I'm Kim, aka Kim with the Gems. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, become part of the Gem Nation, turn on notification bell, and again, share this with a friend. If you have any questions, any comments, put them in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video.